You're driving down the road in the middle of the night, delirious from too much caffeine and lack of sleep, and off in the distance you see this giant neon sign with a beaver on it. Curious, you turn into the 2 acres of gas station pumps, convenience store, and fluorescent lit parking lot. You walk into the store to buy your 5th Red Bull of the night, and you notice something odd. There's a bunch of people just standing there, staring at you, like they hate you. You look around and notice that everybody kind of looks exactly the same. They're all wearing that same bright, happy beaver on their hat, t-shirt, and jacket. Terrified, you run into the bathroom and slam the door behind you, only to turn around and find the cleanest bathroom you've ever seen. Tonight, we're going to talk about some of the terrifying tales and unexplained encounters in America's strangest gas station, known as Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is this popular chain of gas station known throughout America, and also known for its obsessive, cult-like behavior when it comes to their merchandise. I mean, walking through this Buc-ee's, you can pretty much find anything with the beaver mascot plastered all over it, from canoes to boxer shorts and even throwing axes. But behind all the bright lights and beaver nuggets, something dark and mysterious lurks in the shadows at this gas station. In New Braunfels, Texas, back in 2018, an employee at a local Buc-ee's claimed that their walk-in cooler always felt off. This employee, along with others, were always reporting to management that they would always see this man in the cooler through the frosted glass, but when they opened the door, he was gone. One night during the night shift, an employee claimed that she felt someone breathing on the back of her neck, and when she turned around, nobody was there. The man in the cooler is still talked about to this day, so if you're ever in New Braunfels, Texas, and you're in that Buc-ee's, maybe you can ask the employees and they'll tell you about him. Back in 2022, a man pulled into a Buc-ee's parking lot at around 2:15 a.m., and they parked next to this black, dusty sedan. And when the man looked over at the sedan, he noticed that there was this old, disheveled man just sitting there staring at him completely still. And right before he was about to get out, he looked down and reached for his wallet, and when he looked back, the sedan was gone. There was no tire marks, no engine sounds. The guy was just gone. Apparently the guy had told security, and when they went to go check on the cameras, they confirmed that there was never a black sedan there to begin with. So, sounds like a case of a classic ghost car to me. In the year 2023 in Katy, Texas, a woman pulled into a Buc-ee's parking lot to use the bathroom one night. When she walked into the pristine, shiny bathroom, she heard this child sobbing softly. The woman proceeded to check every single stall, but she just couldn't find anybody there. She was in the bathroom completely alone. When she had told some employees about what she heard, they just nodded slowly and said, "Yep, you're not the first." From what I heard, it's always the last stall in the woman's bathroom, so if you're ever at a Buc-ee's in Katy, Texas, maybe just avoid that one. Or leave some flowers. Back in 2022, a trucker stopped for fuel at around 3 a.m. at a local Buc-ee's in Robbins, Georgia. As he approached the gas station, he claimed that he saw this massive beast on all fours, probably about the size of a grizzly bear, dart behind the convenience store. He said the creature had a flat tail, and the face looked exactly like the Buc-ee's mascot. When further asked about this, he claimed that he thought he was hallucinating, and apparently it scared him so much that he didn't even go inside the store, he just got gas and left. And from what I've read, one of the employees that worked there checked the security footage at around that time and said that the security footage lost signal for about 22 minutes, which was in the time frame of when the man saw the creature. So I don't know if the Buc-ee's beaver is an actual mascot or if it's actually based on some sort of cryptid animal that roams the wilderness, but I feel like they need to come out with that if it's true. In April back of 2024, a woman walked into a local Buc-ee's in Denton, Texas, and saw her boyfriend at the drink station, and when she waved at him, he didn't wave back. Seconds later, her real boyfriend walked in behind her and said hi, and when she turned around, she was confused. She had asked him if he had been at the drink station, and he claimed that he was never there. And when they both looked back at the drink station, the other boyfriend was gone. When she mentioned this doppelganger to one of the employees, they went back to check the surveillance footage, and they saw that the other boyfriend was at the drink station, but for only 3 frames. So if you're ever at the Denton, Texas Buc-ee's location, just be careful going in, because they're probably making clones of you and just sending them out into the world to do God knows what. So, at the Buc-ee's in Fort Worth and Madisonville, Texas back in 2023, a bunch of parents had reported their children seeing the wrong Buc-ee. A bunch of kids had apparently reported seeing a wrong Buc-ee with black eyes and sharp teeth and long arms waving at them from the mascot costume rack. One child even claimed to see that exact Buc-ee on the display screen near the drink fountain. When parents questioned the employees about this, they claimed that there was no alternate costume and that it was probably just their imagination. But if multiple kids are reporting seeing this, then maybe that's something to look into. And the last one I'll talk about tonight was an employee that had apparently never existed at a local Buc-ee's in Leeds, Atlanta. Apparently there was this night shift employee that everybody seemed to love named Jack. From what I've read online, this Jack apparently was very quiet, and apparently he knew the cooler layout by heart. And then one day one of the day shift managers asked HR about Jack's work hours, and they said that no one named Jack had ever worked there. There was apparently a wall of employee photos back in the break room, and when the manager went to go check on Jack's, his slot was apparently empty, as if he had never existed. Several of the employees that worked there, including the manager, claimed that this Jack person was indeed real, and one of them even quit 2 days later after discovering this. So I don't know if this Jack person knew something about this Buc-ee's that none of us know, but if his story's out there somewhere, I hope we get to hear about it one day. And if you are traveling down the road late at night and you see a Buc-ee's off in the distance, and you decide to stop in and maybe you'll see a doppelganger of yourself waving at you, just don't wave back. And if you see something weird or unexplained, feel free to let me know about it in the comments. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.